Hello everybody, welcome to Coding 101. My name is Kutla. In today's tutorial, I am actually going to be a continuation of the previous video that we had where I showed you how to actually upload an image to Cloudinary. But what's different about this video is that I'm going to be showing you how to upload multiple images or multiple photos to your Cloudinary. So if you're not familiar with how to actually use Cloudinary, I would of course firstly advise you to go and watch my previous video that I detail and show how to actually upload photos to the Cloudinary platform. If you're not familiar with Cloudinary at all, Cloudinary is a very good cloud service where you can store your multimedia information, you can store your videos, you can store your images, you can store your files. So it has a very easy to use API that allows you to upload or store all these types of items into it. And it's so easy to use that I would advise many beginners, if you want to upload something or you want to play around with storage, with multimedia storage, then I would highly advise that you look into using Cloudinary. I use it most of the time. I'm going to create another video where I'm going to show you how to upload items to AWS S3, which is another alternative to Cloudinary. But for now, we're going to be predominantly focused in using Cloudinary for our storage. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to actually upload multiple videos. In the previous tutorial, I showed you how to upload a single photo. I keep saying video, but I want to say photo. Yeah, so, but I guess you can still upload photos with this methodology. It's still fine. So just know that if I'm going to say video, I'm actually meaning photo or meaning file. So I am actually going to be showing you how to handle uploading multiple elements into Cloudinary. Let's first look into our previous code that we had. We had a functionality. We had a component, that allows you to capture those files or to capture an image. And this used this little URL or route over here to upload that image in the format of base64. So we would just simply capture that file and then convert it to base64 and then take that base64 information via our route and just send it to our backend. And then if we take a look at our backend, it's pretty simple stuff as well, if you're familiar with that code as well. So we have a route over here, and what that route simply does is that it takes that base64 as a request in the request body, and it feeds it to this function over here, which will ultimately upload that image to Cloudinary. So we're just going to be playing with this, and we're also going to be playing with the function as well, just so that you can see. All right, you know what? In fact, let's actually go to the function and see what's inside of it. So this is our function. We configure our Cloudinary with the cloud name and the API key and the API secret as well. So this is what's inside of our upload image function. First of all, we need to configure Cloudinary, and in order to configure it, we need to give it the cloud name, we need to give it the API key and the API secret. And all these information, you can find it on the Cloudinary website as well. And we have this function. Cloudinary has a function tied to it called uploader, and we use that uploader to feed it that base64 data or base64 variable, and it uses that base64 in order to upload our image into the Cloudinary storage. So in order to actually allow it to give us in order to allow it to upload multiple elements then what we need to of course do is to make this a function. That's first what I'm going to do. Of course, it's already a function, but I just want to make it more visibly a function. How about that? So I'm just going to say const upload image like that. All right. Then after I'm done doing that, I'm going to create another function, and then I'm going to call it, I'm actually going to export this one. So I'm going to just say module.export, and then this is going to be, it's going to take in images, multiple images in there, as you can see, and it's going to utilize this upload image function inside of it. So we have multiple images, and my guess is that this is going to be an array full of base64 it's going to be an array with many base64 variables inside of it. So we're just simply going to use this function that you see over here. Okay, so we're just going to create an array of promises in here, and then after we create an array of promises, we're going to use promise.all in order to actually process all those promises all together. So we're just going to create uploads. We're going to just call it uploads, and we're going to say images.map. And remember, those items are just base 64. So we say base 64, and inside of here, what we're going to return actually, we're going to return, okay, so I think over here we need to say async. We need to declare this as an async function, like that. So what we need to return actually is await upload image, and then we feed it that base 64 like that. And then over here we're going to use promise.all. I wonder, since we're using promise.all, I actually do not think we need this async await. We just need this. So we're just going to come over here and we're just going to say promise.all. So this is going to group up all of our promises, and it's going to run all of our promises all at one go. How convenient is that? All right. And then after that, we just give it all those promises called uploads, and then we make our .then. Or maybe we can just say, we can make an async await as well. Yeah, let's just do the .then. And then we say values, console.log, values, and if there's an error, you know what, let's actually make a promise out of all this. So we can just say return new promise, and then we just say resolve, reject, like that. And we just need to take everything that we have inside of here, put it inside of this, and then once we're done, we say promise.all. Then if we get the values, then we need to resolve values, and then catch error, then we need to reject the error. Alright, so there we have it. This is our multiple images. Of course, we have to say that in here. So I'm going to say upload multiple images, like that. That should do. So module.export.upload multiple images, like that. So fingers crossed that this works. We're gonna go back to our route. I'm actually gonna create a different route. I think it's gonna complain that we've now gotten rid of this export function. So I'm just gonna go back again and just like sort of like create it again. Although it's a little bit redundant. I wonder if it will, let's just say module.exports like that. Alright, there we go. So this should do. And then after that, let's go to our app.js, create a different route this time around. I'm just going to say app.post, and then we're going to create a route. I'm going to call it upload multiple images, like that. I'm going to give it a body, a request body. Okay, and now we say upload multiple images. And then we're going to give it the variable it needs, which is images. Right? And then after that, we make a then, because remember this is a promise. So if everything goes well, we should get a couple of URLs and then send them back to our user. And if things don't go well, then we can just like do a bit of error handling and just say status 500, and then .send error like this. I think this should suffice. So yeah, there you have it. And now we can just like simply go to the client side and just like ensure that everything, there's our client side. Completely forgot about that. All right, so now what we need to do is that as we are uploading, we need to check how many files we actually have. And if we have multiple files, then obviously it means we're going to need to use a different route for this. So that's what we're going to do. I just want to see what kind of like file we get. I'm just going to comment this out for a moment because I just want to see how many how much of this information we get if we don't single out that first information. Okay, but before we do anything else, we first need to specify that we're actually uploading multiple documents, and the best way to do that is just to say multiple, like this. And then it's going to allow you to upload multiple images. Alright, and we can test to see this. There you go. You see now you can click multiple images at one go. So let's open up the developer console to see what kind of information we get, because I'm really interested in that. Okay, so something is wrong here. It says line 27 in upload images. Console is not defined. So it must be a syntax error, I believe. Line 27, you can see that the C over here is a different type of C. So we can just clean up part of those errors. Alright. And then there we go. So there's our file list. So you can see that we have like a multiple files over here when we try to upload that. So let's break off the loader by just refreshing. So we're going to access that information, and we're going to, if we have multiple files, then obviously what we're going to do is that we're going to process them differently. So the first thing that we would need to do is to create separate functions for all of this. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to say function upload image, upload single image. And so I'm going to uncomment this, and then it's going to get, so this is actually going to get base 64. So now it's going to get like maybe, yeah, it's going to get a base 64. And then I'm going to have another function. I'm going to call it upload multiple images. And this is going to be many base 64s in an array. And it's going to use a very different, but the same sort of like format. So in here, instead of upload image, it's going to be upload multiple images. If you remember from our app.js, there we go. Let's just copy it because it seems like it's a little bit different from what we typed in, but it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, so upload multiple images, but don't want to risk getting syntax errors. So here I'm just going to say images. Alright, and then we're going to have another function called upload image, which is going to be the one that receives like sort of the event. So we're going to say, hey, listen, if the event dot target dot files dot length is greater than 1, then of course you need to do the base 64. Wait, where's the base 64? I need to like go back because I don't remember. There we go. Okay, so if event, okay, how about we just say files, and then we just do this, yeah, instead of having to type everything out. So now all we have to do is just say files, if files dot length is greater than 1, then of course, oh no, is actually equal to 1. Let's first start off with the simple one, equal to 1. Then what you need to do is you need to say base const base 64. We're going to get rid of that base 64, don't worry. Convert base 64 files 0, like that. Now we don't need this anymore. And then you need to feed that base 64 to upload single image. So there we go. And then after you're done, you just need to return. Cool. So if that condition is not satisfied, then that would automatically mean that we're uploading multiple files. So that's what we're gonna handle that in a minute. So obviously that means we would have to convert all those files that are in there into base 64 and give an array of base 64. Now for the multiple upload files, we're just going to use a traditional for loop. I'm just going to say for var i0 I, well, it's less files dot length plus. And what we're simply going to do is that we're going to be able to just like convert each and every one of those. So of course I think we need to just maybe create an array over here, base 64s like that. This is going to be an our array. Sorry, base 64 array. Just pull it up a bit. I'm just gonna say var term space is going to be await convert to base 64, and then get, and then say files. I like that. It should do. And then you just take the base 64s and you just push. Yeah, you push the base. Alright. And what we expect to happen is that we need to have all those base 64s inside of here. So I'm just going to console load those and just see how everything works with that. I'm expecting to see base 64s inside of that array. So let's check out our browser and then just select these multiple elements together. And as you can see over here, this is our base 64. There's an array of base 64, so that's good. So now what we need to do is to call up that function upload multiple images, and then put all those base64s inside of here. Cool. Okay, so but before we do anything, I would like to check on something, make sure that everything is presentable as it should, because remember, I'm gonna have okay. Alright, cool. We're supposed to have 2 arrays. So now I'm just gonna I'm gonna get rid of this developer console. Maybe refresh. I don't need to refresh because it's Vite. So I'm gonna upload 2 or 3, I think even. And then upload this. Fingers crossed. And there you go, image uploaded successfully. And that is okay. They're a bit clumped up together, but I can assure you these are all individual URL links. We would just need to fix our interface to make sure that everything works appropriately. So if we were to select one of these links, you can see that now we can access each of them individually. So let's just select. Okay, it's gonna. Okay, there we go. There we have it. So you can see these are all the arrays for all the multiple images that we sent through. So yeah, so that's it for today's tutorial. Essentially how to upload multiple images to Cloudinary. I hope this was a very fruitful video for you. If it was, please remember to like my video and also remember to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that if you haven't subscribed. And if there was anything that was a little bit difficult for you to grasp, just make sure that you just leave your comment in the comment section. I'll be happy to explain. And so yeah, I'm happy to see that many people are interacting with the videos, so I'm really glad to see that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time on Coding